All right, everybody. Well, thank you for your time today. My name is Brandon DiCarlo, and I am the Senior Sales Manager for LionO360. And along with my colleague and the Head of Global Sales, Tony Trica, we appreciate you being here today. And I think it goes without saying that we're in unprecedented times in just about every aspect of society. As we all hope for the best and prepare for the worst, it's often these darkest times where we see the best in humanity. So at this point, if anything, I hope that this will bring us together figuratively as Americans and as human beings. And together we'll get past this crisis and our economy will recover in a way that we couldn't even have imagined just a few weeks ago. But today I want to talk to you about the sales cycle and how our software can help you organize, streamline, and improve your sales process. LionO360's CRM solution helps businesses run their sales operations more efficiently. The software is loaded with features, as you're soon going to see, and we're always looking to add a feature or integration pretty much every month. So what's already robust software is going to continue to grow in terms of its capabilities. Now, a little bit about us. Our mission is to provide small and medium-sized businesses with the tools that they need to operate with effectiveness. We're based just around the corner from Princeton University in Princeton, New Jersey. Our products operate on secured Microsoft Azure servers, and we're partnered with TrustArc for our privacy and data security compliance. Now, we do our best to provide our customers with features that help foster new opportunities, nurture and hopefully shorten sales cycles, and will allow them to effectively manage accounts to keep their customers happy. Now, we're all about convenience and ease of use, and as you'll soon discover, we've crafted the solution in a way that requires very little technical know-how, and we presented it in a way that makes it easy to digest and analyze sales and customer data. So whether you're a sales director or inside sales or a field rep, we give you the tools that you need to have more of an impact within your organization. So over the course of the next 30 or so minutes, we'll take a tour of our award-winning technology, showing you a glimpse of the powerful solution's capabilities. We'll point out how these features can help streamline your sales operations, and of course, we'll talk about our pricing. Following the tour, we'll open up the lines for any questions that you may have. So first off, I want to start off the tour by saying that the software is both browser as well as cloud-based. So even if you didn't have a chance to download our software, or our mobile app, which is included in your subscription, you can easily access the solution from any smart device or computer that has an up-to-date browser and a good internet connection. Additionally, this is a role-based system, so depending on where you reside within your company's hierarchy, may ultimately determine what you can see and do within the software. So one more thing, it may be obvious, but we're using a finite amount of fictitious data for today's demonstration. But essentially, the software is going to accomplish a few things. It's going to help your business sales process operate more efficiently. It'll provide management and every employee the kind of visibility that they need to be more effective, which will allow your business to grow and manage its customer base and improve your bottom line. Now, one of the underlying themes I think we should all take note of is the amount of visibility that the system provides its users. And this is really no better illustrated than in this main dashboard here that you take into when you first log in. Now, if you see the numbers here at the top, now these numbers here represent any critical numbers across departments and would be displayed for any particular user. But if you notice here, on this main navigation here, remember the system is role-based. So depending on who you are, if you're a business owner or if you are an administrator, you're going to have more access to some of these options within this menu as opposed to a rank and file employee who may not see as much here. Additionally, what we're looking at here today represents the entire CRM and ERP solution, which are both offered separately, in which case you would see less here, or they're bundled together as you see them here today. But visibility is key here, so that's why this main dashboard is a really powerful feature. So again, these boxes at the top, they're going to represent any critical number, and they're going to be displayed for every user when they log in. But down here, this is where you're going to see any charts that you want to have quick access to. So for the business owner, this is going to allow you to dive deeper into KPIs for any particular department. You can choose what's in your dash from any one of our prepared charts, which are broken down into various categories. So you can add a chart, you can replace a chart. You can change the order in which the rows of the charts populate. And you can remove the layout altogether. Pretty much start a dashboard every day if you really wanted to. But where this is really valuable is for the salesperson who needs to know how he or she is performing. Having access to custom charts with metrics specifically pertaining to that rep and what they're selling is going to help provide visibility into what might be working or what might not be working. The same thing goes for the support manager who wants to analyze performance of his or her staff. So no matter who the user is, the high-level viewpoint will help them further improve their impact within your company. So if we look over here, though, on the right-hand side, we have two feeds. One is showing you any of your upcoming tasks at a glance, and then the one below that's going to show you any activity fed from the system's social hub, or the stream as we call it, that I'm going to touch on in just a moment. But I just wanted to take a second to talk to you about a great feature that we recently added to the system called our OnDemand Report. Now, one of LionO360's strengths lie within its granular reporting abilities. And with our OnDemand Report, you can essentially create a daily, weekly, or monthly emailable dashboard with graphs and data tables. So setting up this dashboard or this report is as easy as setting up your main dashboard. Only here you can set the frequency as well as who you want this report to be mailed out to. You also have the ability to send that off as a one-off email or download that report for offline viewing purposes. So this report is going to help both management and teams prepare for meetings, strategize to achieve sales forecasts, as well as analyze important customer and product data. Now, earlier, I talked about an activity feed on the main dashboard from our social platform called the Stream. Well, this is a place within our solution for your employees to communicate through. So it's kind of like Facebook meets Slack. So this is especially valuable to the salesperson or the field rep who may have little day-to-day contact with the home office, but they really need to stay on top of important company matters. Additionally, this is a great tool to cut down on follow-up meetings. So it really has equal value from both the desktop version as well as the mobile app. Now, the platform itself allows users to send messages where you can choose the audience. You can also create appreciation shout-outs, special events, or special announcements. Everything gets pushed down into the feed below here in a Facebook-like fashion where others can like and comment. Now, this feature is utilized a lot by our customers, and it really helps with communication flow, particularly across departments. Now, before I move forward, I just want to get an idea of what your experience is like in terms of CRMs. So I have a poll question here, if I can just get this rolling for you. And I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to just place your votes. Well, I think it goes without saying, most of us here have experience with CRMs. That's great. Well, these next few sections here are going to follow the path of a customer journey, and tools like ours help gauge the health of your sales cycle. Just end the polling here real quick. Now, before I go into these next few sections here, I think it's important for us to show you how easy it is to set up territories for your team. Now, this is going to serve a couple of purposes here. Number one, it's going to give you control over how territories can be carved up, both by rep as well as by lead or account type, or by both. Now, this is going to give those associated reps access only to those prospects and accounts and opportunities within their respective territory. Secondly, this is going to allow for the facilitation of other functions such as reporting and route planning that I'll talk about in a little bit, as well as other important automated functions within our overall system. Now, planning these territories is super simple, as you'll see. You can chop up territories by either city, state, country, zip, or product. You could select the reps that you want to represent the territory, whether it's internal or external or both. Save that setting, and those reps are now assigned to the territory. So now going back to that customer journey, whether you have a large database of prospects currently or you're adding prospects gradually, we're going to give you the tools that you need to grow and nurture your audience of potential customers. So from the leads that are being added to the top of the sales funnel, to the opportunities that convert into actual sales, having a bird's eye view of each aspect of the cycle is going to help management make key decisions as to the direction of your sales and marketing strategies. So when we look at the software, again, you're going to notice the common thread of dashboards throughout the solution. So when it comes to leads, you want to make sure that your prospect database is not only growing, but is of high quality. So this dashboard is going to help keep tabs on if your prospects are responding to marketing or sales efforts. Boxes at the top here represent stages your company utilizes to determine if a lead is qualified and can help that salesperson in sorting out what actions to take based on what lead stage they're in. The stages are fully customizable, so you can name them and have as many stages as you want. Now, there's a number of ways to add leads to the database. You have, obviously, you can do a bulk Excel upload by downloading the format file, formatting your spreadsheet, and sending it right into the system. You also have some unique and fun ways to put in leads individually, either by using our contact scraping feature, which is based on a prospect's company email address. So if you have someone's email address, we're going to scrape the internet for as much contact information associated with that person and put it into the database. But even if you didn't have that, you could simply just add the information manually yourself. You can also actually connect your website or your landing pages to the solution so that when an inquiry comes in, the system can add that lead to the database as well. In fact, actually, you can even use our mobile app to scan a business card to enter that information as a new lead, which I'll show you in a little bit. So there's a number of really different convenient ways to add leads within the system here. So now accessing the details of a lead, pretty simple here. From there, you can update any particular information, whether it's call history or email activities, set tasks and reminders for yourself or for other teammates, and update the lead stage depending on where they are in the cycle. Once this particular lead has been deemed a qualified prospect to sell your products to, you can go ahead and convert that lead into a prospect account from which you can create an opportunity to sell your products to that prospect. Now, I'm just going to touch a little bit on contacts because this is pretty straightforward. This is essentially all of your contacts within the system. It's kind of like your main contact book, if you will. But for the sake of the customer journey, I want to go back to the accounts details here, because this dashboard is going to be used to help analyze who's purchasing what goods, when, from where, basically any particulars about what these accounts are generating for your business. So at a glance, you can get all of the important information about a business relationship with an account in our 360-degree view. As you can see here. By clicking on any of these tabs at the top here, you can access more detailed information about things such as contacts, any tasks and activities. I should also point out that we are currently configured with Microsoft 365, so you have the ability to email and document emails directly within our system and have that connected to your Outlook. Now, moving along here, I wanted to show you this opportunities dashboard because this is going to give you quick access to opportunities broken down by various stages. Much like our leads, each stage can be easily customized, as well as additional stages can be added to best represent your company's sales cycle, and will give you an idea of how well your sales team is performing. Where in the cycle might they be losing opportunities, and make decisions like how to avoid those similar losses going forward. I have another quick question for you guys, if you don't mind. Just want to get an idea of what your sales teams are currently looking like. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to sort that out. Okay, we've got about another 25 seconds. All right, another 10 seconds. Looks like most of you have voted. It looks like the majority of you have both internal and external sales teams. Great. Great, great. Okay, well, some of LionO360's most powerful features actually lie within its field service management functions, in conjunction with our mobile application available for both iPhone and Android. Integrated with Google Maps and Apple Maps, field teams and management can easily plan routes from either their desktop, which I'll show you right now. To set up a route is super simple. Pick the territory, pick the user, add the name of the route. Select the various locations, the route. As you can see here, everything has been mapped out. Hit submit. Now this route is planned and ready to go for the person who logs in that territory. Now I want to give you, if you give me a second here, I'll give you a quick tour of our mobile application, which is really great. Okay. So the app gives you many of the features found in the desktop version, but it's geared for the field service rep who needs quick access to account and other information from the road. So once you arrive at a particular location, you can check in on the app. So pick a particular location nearby to me. You would check in on the app, which would prompt a survey questionnaire, which can help make sure those accounts are being properly serviced, and gives you the ability to leave appropriate notes or comments regarding this visit. Everything gets saved in real time in the cloud. The app also includes a very handy business card reader that I'd love to show you. You can simply take a picture of the business card, crop the image, and as you can see here, now this information has been added as a new lead into the system. This is going to be a huge time saver and can help better capitalize on trade show events and other important face-to-face meetings. So this is a really powerful feature to have. So with the field service management functionality, your field reps are going to be empowered with features that are going to help keep them as productive as possible on the road, while providing management with the kind of transparency to assure maximum productiveness for the reps. All right, so now looking at some of these other sections here, this section is going to contain tools that will help facilitate the sales cycle and are going to allow you to do things such as set goals. And as I mentioned early on, our solution is loaded with the unique features that are going to help increase production and provide clear visibility into the performance of your team through appropriate goal setting. So whether it's by total revenue, revenue by product, overall activity, or even custom goals, foster accountability and motivate your team to drive sales to achieve their quotas. Management can set these goals either by individual sales rep or by territory and set the time frames. Once a rep's goals are in place and it's time for that weekly impact meeting, simply click on the forecasting button to review where they are compared to the goal set so you can effectively strategize on how to hit those numbers. And we also added a calendar to coordinate important campaigns, tasks, and other time-sensitive items. With our integration with Microsoft 365, you can sync your Outlook calendar to the solution so that appointments can be seamlessly reflected in Outlook and vice versa. This is another great convenience feature to have. Another great feature we added was the ability to share important documents and other files internally safely and securely with our encrypted document storage management system. This system allows you to import files directly from your computer or from storage providers such as Dropbox, OneDrive, as well as Google Drive. As I mentioned earlier, you can integrate your website or landing page's inquiry form directly into LionO360's system by generating script that could be placed into those pages to pull the information from those pages and import them into our CRM. And we're really just scratching the surface here. There's so much more that can be done. Now, just moving along here, I wanted to just show you a little bit about our task management system here. It's pretty straightforward. You can create and manage all of your tasks here in one place, whether they were set by you or assigned to you. We also have a fantastic case management system here where you can improve the effectiveness of the support staff with key metrics and easy access to support tickets. The dashboard here is going to help support management and purchasers in determining if there's trends in support cases that may result in changes, like changing suppliers or changing customer onboarding procedures. Looking at a glance at our cases here, you can easily update the cases, add information, change the status, and then hopefully close and resolve out your cases with ease. Now, as I mentioned earlier, our system has powerful reporting features, and in this section, this is where management and C-level executives will have access to a host of reports. So some of them worth noting are tools that are going to help you monitor the activity of your external and internal staff with such things such as login history, location visit history, call and support case activity as well. And another great report gathers survey questions which were asked by field service reps to gauge feedback on non-sales matters that are important to your customers. So you're going to be able to tell any trends that may indicate the health of the overall relationship of your customers and what might need to be addressed to further strengthen those relationships. Through here, I'll just show you the list. Now, moving along here, we have other tools here that help you essentially tailor aspects of the software to fit your business model. So in this section here, you're going to be able to do everything from set up those survey questions, set up roles and permissions, as well as locations of if you have more than one office or branch. You can set up lead and opportunity stages, as well as additional fields and tasks, leads, and accounts. Most fields can pretty much be customized to fit your business and its processes. So now one other important thing I wanted to talk to you about is, in addition to what we've covered so far, LionO360 is integrated with many commonly used services such as the online and desktop versions of QuickBooks, Microsoft 365, MailChimp, Constant Contact, and others. And then we're going to be looking to add UPS, FedEx, RingCentral, as well as a number of e-commerce and other platforms later this year. And speaking of later this year, we're always looking ahead in terms of coming up with innovative features such as workflows that will automate actions based on certain criteria, as well as other reporting to help prepare for KPI and sales meetings. And we're also going to continue to seek ways to further enhance your experience with LionO360's interface to make that much more enjoyable. Now, not only are we committed to giving you a valuable product, but we're also here to provide you with the support and training that you and your employees need to get the most out of the software and provide you with as much helpful content as possible. So this includes a soon-to-be rolled out LionO360 community page where our customers can find helpful tutorial videos, articles, and can access our support staff either via chat or by phone during normal business hours. Plus, we're also going to have live and pre-recorded online workshops highlighting some of those new features. So as I mentioned, we're really just scratching the surface. And what you saw today was just the CRM side of our all-in-one business management solution. And when used in conjunction with our inventory module, LionO360 provides fluidity between sales and fulfillment, allowing for smooth communication between stakeholding departments, all encapsulated within one easy-to-use solution. And best of all, the system's been carefully crafted in a way that it doesn't require a computer science degree to use. It has features that are designed to streamline your business, and we're always seeking to push the envelope in terms of improving what we feel is already an amazing solution. And in an economic environment right now where visibility is still cloudy, having the tools that you need to know where your business stands from a sales and account management perspective can be the difference maker for keeping your customers happy while positioning your business to gain market share as our economy eventually begins to recover. So now that we've covered some of these main features and the value of 360, I want to take a second to talk about our pricing. And we wanted to leave you with a special offer for taking the important time out of your day to learn more about our solution. So for those who've attended today's presentation, if you subscribe to our solution within the next 30 days, we're actually going to offer you a 20% discount off of our per user pricing for 1 year. So our normal pricing of $150 for 4 users, and that's a 4-user minimum, plus a $37 additional user, actually gets discounted from $150 down to $120 for those first 4 users, and a $30 per additional user for 1 year, which is a tremendous savings. Of course, we'll follow up with each of you with more information on this discount, as well as provide a brief survey to describe your experience with today's demonstration. So now I want to just take a second to open up the lines for any questions that you may have. You can feel free to add them there in the Q&A section there, and I will answer them as they come in. All right, looks like we have a lot of questions coming in right now. All right. So first off, looks like this question has to do with implementation. Is there any additional cost for implementation? No, there is no additional cost for up to 10 users. We have a flat $500 one-time setup fee for any for accounts bigger than 10 users. Also, the implementation itself is about a 1-week period. And yes, actually, we do have an implementation team who actually walks through each step of the process to make sure all of your data is implemented into the system, as well as everything and every aspect is customized to fit your business model the most. I see another question here. Can LionO360 integrate with EFI Radius? Although we are currently not integrated with that, we would certainly be willing to talk to you more about that and see what we can do to get that integration into place. The question here is, what is the contract period? It's a good question. We have both annual contracts and month-to-month subscription models. Obviously, the annual paying annually is going to be a considerable discount compared to the month-to-month, but we do give you the choice. Okay, how do you install the CRM system? Oh, that's easy. There's no installation required because it's all cloud-based, so you don't have anything to install. You don't have to purchase any additional hardware. As long as, like I said, you have a up-to-date internet browser and a good internet connection, you're ready to go. Another question here is, can you customize? Yeah, oh yeah, we can customize as much as we can to fit your business model. Again, that all happens in implementation. That could usually takes place within a week to 10 days. Another question here. Oh, can the data be easily converted from an existing CRM to yours? Absolutely. The short answer is yes. What might need to happen is we may need to just reformat to make sure all the fields kind of match up, but we, again, help in doing that for you upon implementation, so you don't have to worry about all that. How do you get support? Yes, support is available to you via chat or through our phone number here. And we are available during normal business hours, East Coast time, of course. Okay, all right, great. So I'd also like to take the opportunity to remind everybody that we're actually going to have another webinar focused on our inventory management side of the solution on May 5th. Which, as you can imagine, is going to be loaded with features to help manage your inventory and more. We're going to be sending out an invite for that as well. So if you're available, you're more than welcome to sign up for that. One more thing, as I said, we're always constantly improving the solution. So please make sure that you follow LionO360 on all of the major social channels such as LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, for all of the important updates and news here. So once again, I wanted to take a second to thank you for your time, and please remember, be safe and stay healthy, and take care.